All right. Well, let's get to streaming. All right. Y'all get on up in here. Here we go. Here we go. 10 minutes. 10 minutes late. All right. I'm doing good. 10 minutes late. I'm doing good. How y'all living, guys? Come on in the room, man. Y'all pile on in here. Let's get it popping. We are live. We are live. We are live right here on a beautiful Sunday evening. And if you're listening to the playback, it's another day. Glad to have y'all tuning in. Let me let people know on Instagram that I'm live now. And everybody should be following me on Instagram. And I'm at Tariq Elite on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, I'm at Tariq Elite. All right. Y'all pile on in the room. Where am I? Trying to see where I am live. Where am I? Y'all just rock with me for a minute. I'm getting it together. While we're rocking, waiting on me to get my stuff together over here, go to hiddencolorsfilm.com to get this shirt, the North Sentinel Island shirt. You can go get that shirt there right now. A lot of stuff we're going to touch on this evening. Hold on, let me let folks know I'm live. What's up? I'm live right now on YouTube. Swipe up. Join me live. All right. Hope you guys had a great week and a great weekend. Valentine's is coming up. So cupcake season is right around the corner. You dig? Still trying to see if I should have a Valentine's package. It might be a little bit too late. Because Valentine's is actually in a couple of days. You there? All right, hold on one second. All right. Okay. All right, I'm here. Let's get this thing cracking. Let's get it cracking. All right, let's get it cracking, family. How y'all doing? The room, letting everybody pile up in the room. Oh, man, there's so much stuff we got to talk about. What somebody said Roland is at it again. What did Roland do this time? Tangibles 2020. Let's just keep that in mind. Tangibles 2020. What did Roland do this time? Shout out to Syracuse, New York. Shout out to everybody. A lot of stuff. The theme on today's broadcast, we're going to talk about Pan-Africanism. That's going to be the main thing. What is modern Pan-Africanism? I want y'all to ponder that question because I really want to get into it tonight. What is modern Pan-Africanism? While people are coming on up in the room. First of all, black people, and I'm going to try to watch my language tonight so my videos don't get flagged like they do by the white supremacists. But right now, we, foundational black Americans, ADOS, descendants of slaves, American descendants of slaves, we're hella on code right now. And those in the dominant society, they're scrambling. The people in the dominant society and other minority groups, and that's a term that we should not ever apply to ourselves. While we're on code, we're going to have to learn how to use certain words and how not to let words trip us up and how not to let other so-called minorities latch themselves on to us. You dig? Because we are so on code right now, Black American descendants of slaves, you see so many other groups trying to pull us apart. They're trying to dangle their little BS, their little illusions in front of us so that we can split up as black men and black women. You could see that on the Grammys tonight. I didn't watch the Grammy Awards, but I saw still shots. And there were a lot of these black-brown coalition themes. The Grammys, they brought out Michelle Obama with this, we all in this together. You dig? These folks are really trying it with us. See, once we get on code, They come in heavy. Shout out to Ola. Everybody say what's up to my brother Ola in the room. Shout out to my brother Ola. But on the Grammys, they had Michelle Obama with J-Lo and Jada Pinkett and Lady Gaga. They're trying to have the sister girl, minority, coalition, intersectionality. They're trying all their tricks, family. We're not going for none of it. I don't give a damn about no coalition. Where them tangibles at? We better stick to that tangible game. Where them tangibles? Yeah, Lady Gaga, Jada Pinkett, they all together on the stage. That's good. What about them tangibles, though? See, they're really desperate with these they're really trying to turn these coalitions up because they know we're not going for that. These minority, and I've said this before, the minority coalition starts to get strong right around election season. Black men and black women are smart enough not to go for that okie doke because, again, for the last 4 years or 8 years, some of these immigrant minority coalition people have been beating up black women. Sisters can't go into an Asian shop without getting beat up in many of these cities. You go to the Arab shop, you get beat up. The Asian cops shooting the brothers. The Latinos, the white Latinos are coming over here joining white supremacist groups, joining white supremacist gangs, aligning themselves with the alt-right. You understand? The so-called Democrats, the Democrats are really showing their white supremacist hand. As we see the governor of Virginia, he had blackface back in the day, so now he's running around talking about he read Alex Haley. He's reading books about reparations. If you don't sit your ass down. Now, if you got some tangibles, you can come holler at us. I don't give a damn about what book you read. And in Virginia, the black lieutenant governor, is his name Jason Fairfax? Is Justin Fairfax? That's his name, guys? The Justin Fairfax dude. Do y'all see what they tried to pull, or not even try, what they are pulling out there in Virginia? The governor, he's getting called out there being a suspected white supremacist. They used to call him Coon Man in college. That's how much of a racist he was in college. His nickname was Coon Man because he had the blackface and everything. So many of these politicians are getting caught with blackface. But so the governor, they're talking about removing him. So what they immediately did, they started attacking the black lieutenant governor. They got on code real fast and started to attack the black lieutenant governor because they do not want the main governor to have to get out of office and then that black man moves up to governorship. There are no black governors in the United States right now. There are no black governors in the United States, and that's how they want it. They'll let black people be the mayor or the sheriff, but they don't like black folks being governor. You understand? They do not like black people being no damn governor because, see, you can control the allocation of resources and all this stuff. If you're the governor, you get a little power, especially in Virginia. Remember, Virginia, that's the first slave state. That's why they're doing all that blackface. Virginia is the birthplace of American slavery. You dig? Well, the Spanish brought over people like Estevanico and all that stuff, but to make it official on the dockets came out of Virginia. So they don't want that black man to get up to governorship. They don't want him to rise up. So they had a scandal in waiting for that guy. Do you understand me? They already had the fact that they pulled out those people and threw that scandal on him overnight. They already had people waiting. They already had a scandal waiting on that dude. Because the brother said, you know, I did an FBI screening. There were no hits, you know, nothing. I mean, nothing. So where did this come from? So understand, black people, if you're in any kind of position around the dominant white society, they already have a pre-planned scandal for you. I talked about this before, how they wait and they time certain things. With Cosby, they were plotting that whole thing with Cosby for a long time. I did a broadcast a few months ago breaking that down, how they were plotting that whole thing. They were getting everybody organized. They were plotting that whole Cosby thing for a long time. And another thing, yeah, and he requested that the FBI investigates the sexual harassment charges. Now, the thing is, this is what kills me. Fairfax is in the boule. He's the boule man. Fairfax is in the boule. And, Kamala Harris, she's with the Lynx, which is the female version of the boule. And what's interesting, the boule, his boule brethren and the Lynx, they threw him under the bus real fast. They were like, he should resign. I mean, all those boule Lynx Negroes, they threw him under the bus immediately because they didn't want the stench of his scandal to get on them because they're in the same organization with that guy. So that just, the boule, you see how disloyal those Negroes are? You see how that's why we get on them. They ain't even loyal to people in their own damn organization. That shows you the boule is all about serving white mommy and daddy. That's cold as hell. Boy, they threw him under the bus real quick. No loyalty. You did? Yeah, Doug Wilder, yeah, the dude who could almost pass for white. He was the first black governor of Virginia. Yeah, Doug Wilder, I think he was a boule guy, by the way. And he could damn near pass for white. But you saw how fast the boule threw one of their own under the bus for white mommy. They ain't about to get in bad with white mommy and white daddy. Yes, they do. They have pre-planned scandals for those boule people. Ola hit it. Because remember, Bill Cosby is in the boule. Remember, Bill Cosby is in the boule. And understand, whoever white mommy and white daddy gets on the bad side with, the rest of the boule does too. There's no loyalty with those Negroes. I don't rock with them. That's why I go in on those. They have no loyalty among each other. So you know they don't have no damn loyalty to black society. You think that the Rollies, you see why they talk so greasy about black society? They can't wait to sell us up the river. They sell themselves up the river. It's cutthroat with them, man. MLK was boule. Yes, he was. Great point. And you see how all his boule brethren helped set him up. MLK was boule. All those cats around him were boule. And most of those cats around him were working with the damn FBI. See how they set Dr. King up to get them extra butter biscuits? Jesse Jackson's boule. I think John Lewis's boule. Them dudes, they ain't no loyalty with them. They're loyal to white mommy and white daddy. You dig? These are a correlation of house Negroes campaigning for butter biscuits, man. You dig? But yeah, they set him up major. We can even go back to W.E.B. Du Bois. W.E.B. Du Bois, he was one of the people in the original version of the boule. And W.E.B. Du Bois, he was one of the people who was trying to sabotage Marcus Garvey. He was one of the people trying to sabotage Marcus Garvey, and then they put a scandal on him, and W.E.B. Du Bois had to move over to Ghana. And that's what these boule cats, they do the dirty work for the white supremacists, and then the white supremacists throw them under the bus, and then they get black all of a sudden, that talented 10. All of a sudden, they start talking black once white mommy and white daddy throws them under the bus. Yeah, they tried to sabotage Booker T. Washington too. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You dig? Yeah, my brother Steve Coakley, rest in peace. He would break them down back in the day. Bobby Hemmett would break them down back in the day. You dig? Say, W.B. Du Bois and A. Philip Randolph helped the FBI against Garvey. I believe that. So he exited because he was disappointed with America. No, folks weren't fucking with him. People weren't messing with him like that. People knew his get down. People knew his get down. Yeah, with W.B. Du Bois, he started that whole talented 10th thing. Yeah? But, like I'm saying, a lot of these minority groups, they're trying to latch on to us now because they see that we're getting codified. They see that we're getting on code. And Alessandra, I never pronounce this woman's name right, Cortez, whatever her name is, now she was on some news show and they gave her some talking points to use. And let me play that real quick. Let me go to my Instagram and play the clip of her real quick. All right, let me get this down real quick. Okay, this is her, Representative Ocasio-Cortez. Now listen to this.
And my identity is the descendant of many different identities. I am the descendant of African slaves. I am a descendant of indigenous peoples. I'm a descendant of Spanish colonizers. I am a descendant of all sorts of folks. That doesn't mean I'm Black. That doesn't mean I'm, Native. But it does mean that I can use that as I can tell the story of my ancestors. That doesn't mean that I am that. And so I think in terms of how we navigate that, I think
Okay, let me tell you.
My identity is the descendant of...
All right. Now, do you hear, or did you hear, that horse crap that she just said? Did you see that? I told y'all this woman was slick. I told y'all to watch out for her. This woman, and understand, it's the Democrats who they've given her the script to get out here and spew this nonsense. Because see, we're out here talking about tangibles now. And she's been trying to finesse a way to bring in Hispanics and all other people to latch them on to tangibles that we're supposed to get. She's been trying to do that for a minute. That's why a few weeks ago I played a clip of her talking about reparations, and she was like, well, people think about reparations and slavery, but no, reparations is really about the New Deal. Now, why did she do that? Because she's Puerto Rican. So she had to find a way to attach Hispanics to reparations because Hispanics were not enslaved in the United States. Hispanics were not enslaved in the United States. So you can't say Mexicans were. As a matter of fact, we had a war against Mexico. So Hispanics were not enslaved in the United States. Puerto Ricans, some of them were enslaved in Puerto Rico, but when they were enslaved under the Spanish government. So that's why she had to take it out of slavery. Because if we were to get reparations from the U.S. government, Puerto Ricans can't get it. Now, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory now, but it became a U.S. territory in like 1898, I think. After slavery was abolished here, because slavery was abolished in Puerto Rico by the Spanish, I'm thinking 1870s. So you got to understand history while they're trying to run this little Jedi mind trick, family. Reparations ain't really about slavery. What? What you talking about? You see the little games they try to play? This is why you better know some history. This is why history is very important to understand the con job they're trying to run. Because if they want to get reparations, they got to go holler at the Spanish about that, and they ain't happening. You dig? So she's been trying to finagle a way to include certain Hispanic groups. So now, last week she was talking about the New Deal. The New Deal, a lot of people couldn't get it. Black people, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans. She's been trying to finagle her way into that. So now we're talking about being African descendants of slaves. So now she's using the same verbiage. Now she's using the same language. Well, I'm a descendant of African slaves too. I ain't Black though, but I'm a descendant of African slaves too. So since my ancestors were enslaved, does that mean we all get something? You know, they're trying to finesse. This is why we got to be very careful with our words. That's why I like to use terms like foundational Black American, American descendants. That's why, shout out to Tone and Yvette. American descendants of slaves. We got to be very clear on that. Put that America first. See, we don't have to run away from America. The thing is, we're taught and we're told to run away from the title America. We better own that. We Black Americans are the truest Americans. The white supremacists, they'll burn the American flag tomorrow. Foundational Black Americans, we are the truest Americans. We're the only people who have fought in every single war to protect this nation. Memorial Day was started by Black people after the Civil War. It was Black people who memorialized the troops. It was started because we wanted to pay homage to the people who fought. They weren't paying homage to each other, the white supremacists. We better own who the hell we are and stop letting people tell us that we're something else. We better own that we are the true Americans in this country. You understand? Foundational Black Americans. If it wasn't for us, we are the foundation of all the wealth and the resources that everybody enjoys in this country. You understand? But the white supremacists, dude, they don't care. They talk that patriotic stuff. That's a con game. They're only patriotic to white supremacy. The flag is a patsy. They'll burn the flag the minute it doesn't work for them. This is why I tell you, if you want to see what the white supremacists think about patriotism, watch a fight with Mayweather or Adrian Broner or any black boxer. If you want to see how patriotic a white supremacist is, watch a Floyd Mayweather fight with him fighting any other person anywhere on the planet who ain't black. The white supremacists will go to that fight wearing that country's flag. All of a sudden, the flag don't mean nothing no more. The flag don't mean a damn thing no more. I noticed that when I went to the Floyd Mayweather fight up there in Vegas. All those people, everybody in Vegas had Irish flags. I'm like, and I'm the only one. I had an American flag. I was rubbing that shit in their faces too. I had an American flag wrapped around me. I was like, USA. See, I didn't even make it racial. I made it national. And they couldn't say nothing. They were booing Gervonta Davis. Shout out to my man Tank. I bet they always boo the black boxers. Gervonta whooped that dude's ass too. Yeah, I had that flag on. You saw the pictures? I'm rocking that flag. They can't say nothing. You dig? Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the subscribe button, by the way. You dig? They were hating on Devontae Wilder. Yeah, of course. Of course. But with this woman, all of a sudden, this woman is up here talking about she's a descendant. She's a descendant of African slaves. Family, when was the last time a Latino claimed African heritage? You know how many Latinos, Latinas, I know you're in here listening. Y'all know, y'all go out of your way to deny your African heritage. As a matter of fact, you get offended if somebody were to call you black. You get offended if somebody brought up your black great-grandmother. Boy, y'all go out of your way to deny that African bloodline. Boy, somebody say, what are you? I'm Taino, Indian, and Spanish. Boy, somebody say something about somebody black in your family, boy, you pull out a knife. You got jet black Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. I ain't no black. You call them black, they'll fight your ass. Now that we're talking about clicking up as black Americans, foundational black Americans, and all of a sudden, Oh yeah, my grandma. I remember. Grandma is negra. No, sit down, Sammy Sosa. Don't come around here now. Hold your own nuts now. Don't come around here with that bullshit. Don't come around here. Now you done jog your memory about your great Morena grandma. No. Hold your own nuts. We ain't supporting no damn immigration. Sit your ass down and get you some rice and beans or do whatever you do, because we ain't rocking with you. Don't come around here now. We good. We good now. We good. Stay right where you are. We good. We needed you when George Zimmerman needed to be dealt with. We don't need you to come around now with that. We in this together. We in it together. My grandpa got afro like you. We brothers. No, bro. No, we good. No, we good. We cool in the gang right now. You better hold them on your own nuts, because now they see that we squatted up. And the Democrats ain't looking too good right now. And it's about to be some more years of Trump, and we ain't got no problem with that. We've been dealing with Trumps for 400 years. We have no problem with no damn Trump. 4 more years is whatever. All right? We strong people. We'll deal with it. We've been dealing with it for 400 years. Another 4 years ain't going to do nothing else. But y'all ain't used to that. Y'all ain't used to these white supremacists putting the slack down on your ass. You ain't used to it. So see, now when y'all want to have us fight for you and have us protect you, come on, brother. I like collard greens too, brother. I got greens, beans, potatoes. Now, you name it. I got greens, beans, peas, potatoes, greens, beans, you name it. No. You better stick with your tacos, tortillas, quesadillas, burritos, you name it. Don't come over here. I don't want no soul food from you. I'm good. Stay your ass over there with Miss Cortez, because we ain't got nothing for you over here. We done everything we can. We're good. We done everything we can for you. Now, on a personal level, I got some folks I'm cool in the gang with, but I'm talking about as a group, all y'all better hold your own nuts as a group. Okay? And another thing about, let me pull this thing up one more time. Another thing, I want y'all to notice something. And somebody else pointed this out. I thought I was the only one who noticed this, but hold on. One thing I noticed about Miss Cortez. Where am I? Come on, goddammit. Here we go. One thing I noticed about her, hold on. Is it me? Is she darker in this picture? Hold on. Is it me? For some reason, when I looked at this clip, I'm like, because normally she's like real light looking. Normally she's real light. I noticed in this clip, she's about a shade or two darker. I'm like, really? Am I tripping? I said, I know I'm not tripping. But yeah, dude, she look a shade or two darker in there. Let me pull it up a little. Hold on. Look, just one more time. Look at it.
My identity is the descendant of many different identities.
Boy, for a minute when I thought it was Rihanna. I mean, she looked a little darker. She done tanned it up a little bit. Man, see, that's the little game they play. And I talked about this before, how a lot of people in Latino society, see, they'll play 3-card Monte. Yeah. Let me pull up some other pictures of her. Hold on. Now when it's time to pander to the for that black vote, all of a sudden you done put on some Fenty makeup. Hold on. What's this woman's name? Hold on. Ocasio-Cortez. Okay. All right. Let me look up some pictures real quick and just kind of compare. Hold on. Let me look at some pictures and compare real quick, guys. Yeah, because, man, hold on. Let's look at some of these pictures. I'm on Google, let me show some of the pictures of her, because yeah, she definitely looked a little darker on there. Okay, y'all bear with me. Let me get this popping. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, hold on. Because right here, look at these pictures, man. Yeah, she's light in all these other pictures. It like depending on what crowd she's trying to go for when she's around. Oops, what am I doing here? What am I doing? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, man, she lightens it up a little bit. And boy, she got a gang of teeth too. Okay, so another picture. Well, she lightens it up a little bit, but when she got around the brothers, I mean, when she's trying to holler at that black boat, all of a sudden she gets dark a little bit. So we got to watch the little con games that they doing, man. What's up? Shout out to South Florida. Yeah, shout out to Florida. And that's the thing, man. They play this little 3-card Monte game. And that's the thing that we got to watch out for. These people, when they get around different groups, they'll morph into that group. A lot of Hispanics will do that. You get around white folks and you Spanish. I Spanish. Because when they say they're Spanish, that means they're saying they're European. Then, remember Cortez, about a week ago, she was crying, talking about Native Americans. That's another thing. They'll try to play the Native American card. Well, I'm Native American. I want some corn. Then you Native American. And then, when it's convenient, you get around black folks. I'm a minority. My grandma's black. So now you a little bit black. You're a black person of color minority. I'm brown now. I'm brown like you. We black and brown. I'm brown like you. Nah, man. Nah. We can't have that. We can't play that game no more. Shout out to Broward County. Shout out to my folks down there in Florida. Yeah, and that's the thing. When we start talking about tangibles, we got to have rules. We got to say, hey, look, if whoever was classified as black for the last 20, 40 years, you got to show that you've been classified as black for a few decades. Also, we're going to have to see, we're going to make sure that y'all didn't immigrate here from somewhere else. And it's easy to trace back to, your family and where they came from in the South or what plantation. That's pretty easy to do. Both of my parents came from Southern plantations, or my descendants, my father's side of the family and my mother's side. Both of them came. We can trace the Southern plantations where they both from. I'm 100% DOS all day. You dig? So yeah, we got to have little rules like that. We got to be very meticulous about the words and what's going to be done when it comes to tangibles, because a lot of us, we're asking for tangibles, we're demanding tangibles, and they're going to have to come through. See, right now, family, we're in a win-win situation. We're in a win-win situation. Number one, if they bring some tangibles, that's a win. If they don't, that's still a win, because we'll let y'all get smothered by those the right-wing white supremacists. Y'all gonna lose. We ain't got nothing to lose. We have nothing to lose and everything to gain. If we don't vote, what's gonna happen to you? To us. You understand? If we don't vote for the Democrats, what's gonna happen to us? That ain't already happening. See, they want us to vote to save everybody else. This is why they keep running the civil rights, we all in this together game, and running that, the Martin Luther King quote they love using is, an injustice in one place is an injustice everywhere. They like to run that game. We should fight for all non-justice, because that's the Christian thing. No, we ain't playing that game either. We ain't playing the we good Christian game. We ain't playing that. The Klan is a Christian organization, all right? We're not playing that game. And The Democrats, I don't know what they're doing. It's like they're at a point where it looks like they ain't even trying to win nothing. It looks like they don't even want to win the way they acting. What the hell are they doing? Now, where's this clip I want to play? Where is this clip I want to play? Hold on. Because I want to show something. 1 second. Y'all bear with me. Because I want to show this. I want to play this clip. Because Cory damn Booker, brother. Now, they're talking about this whole blackface thing. The whole blackface situation. Now, Cory Booker...
And so, how do we get to a point where we can
Hold on. Let me show y'all this. This is Cory Booker talking about the blackface situation. Because there's so many people getting caught out there with blackface. So, Cory Booker gets out here and starts talking about we need to see this from the white people's perspective. What is he talking about? Now, listen to Cory Booker. So they got a nice hot plate of biscuits for Cory. I don't know what this brother, he ain't even trying to win nothing. I don't know what he's trying to do. But hold on. Listen to this. This is Cory Booker talking. Hold on. It's on the Washington Post. Listen.
So how do we get to a point where we can start having the conversation without people falling into a defensive crouch? Because sometimes when folk want to tell the truth about something, they fear speaking the truth or talking to people about what they don't understand. I've had conversations with white friends of mine this week who just had the safety that come to me and ask me, I don't understand this blackface thing. Can you explain it to me?
Okay, hold on. God damn. Hold on. Wait a minute. Black people, don't go for that BS. That's a crock of BS. Black people, please don't buy this BS that white people don't understand racism. They don't understand blackface. Oh, I'm just confused. Racist. Is blackface really racist? I didn't know. Can you please stop? Black people, stop letting them run this game on you. Black people, don't let them run this game on you. They're not dumb. They know blackface is offensive. That's the reason why they do it. No white person over the age of 12 is confused about blackface. They've been doing blackface for 200 years in this country. Probably more. None of them are confused by it. None of them are confused. That's the thing. I told black people, don't let them run that whole "can you teach me about racism" game. The white supremacists are geniuses. They are very smart people. The white supremacists, they know everything about molecular structures, rocket science, aerodynamics. They know the E equals MC squared, the theory of relativity. They know all of these ingenious ideas, but the minute you talk about racism, white supremacy, all of a sudden they don't know nothing. All of a sudden they don't know nothing. They got melanin conferences. They study the molecular structure about melanin and duplicate it. They can create drugs that will attach the melanin. They create drugs that create sicknesses and they know everything. And all of a sudden, when you mention something like racism, white supremacy, and blackface, what? That's offensive? Really? I didn't know. Can you teach me so I won't do it again? Dude. And Cory's out here buck dancing, earning his butter biscuits, going along with it. Cory, you should know. Cory follows me too on Twitter. You should know better, Cory. That ain't the hill you want to crash on, bruh. You should know better with all this buck dancing you doing, Cory. Let me pull this up, man. Let me pull this back up. Come on, bruh.
Just have the safety that come to me and ask me, I don't understand this blackface thing. Can you explain it to me? Imagine in this climate now saying that publicly. Imagine, put yourself, want to have more courageous empathy, put yourself in a white person's position who might have questions. Look, I grew up in high school in the 80s, man, and
put yourself in a white person's... What? Put yourself in a white person's position. Family, our job ain't to make white supremacists comfortable. We ain't putting ourselves in no white person's position. You know it's racist. Y'all need to do something about it. If you're not going to do anything about it, you're complicit in the racism. He's up here trying to... This is the governor. Look at what this Negro is doing. The governor of Virginia, of a whole state who controlled the laws, the allocation of resources, the rules and regulations of law enforcement, who control the lives of black people. The governor had blackface on, and the governor was taking pictures with Klan robes and all this stuff. And this man controls the lives of people. He controls the lives of people. So this shows that black people, we got a person like this as the governor. You know how this could negatively affect the lives of black people? And the governor's nickname was Coon Man? So, you know, we saw in Virginia, no wonder we see that that's the state that thousands of white supremacists decided to come to and create complete mayhem and murder and assaults, where they got slaps on the wrist, by the way, and the law enforcement there didn't want to even prosecute them. You had to have activists go out here and find the damn perpetrators. There's a reason why black folks got beat up at the Unite the Right rally, and they start arresting victims who got beat up. We see who the governor is, and we see that trickles down to everybody else. We see that that's a white supremacist enclave. You see the danger that black people are in, and this fool said, well, we got to look at it from white people's perspective. Let's look at how white people feel about the blackface and how uncomfortable they are. Forget about the Negroes who's living under this damn terrorism. White folks are just upset. Let's think about them. I didn't know Corey was that big of a buck dancer. I knew he was buck dancing, but damn. I didn't know it was that bad, Corey. Good Lord. This dude, bro. The Democrats, boy, y'all ain't even trying to win this time, are you? This the best y'all got? Y'all got this out here? Oh, my goodness. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me play the rest.
Who might have questions. Look, I grew up in high school and now saying that publicly. Imagine, put yourself, want to have more courageous empathy, put yourself in a white person's position who might have questions. Look, I grew up in high school in the 80s, man, and it was a homophobic environment. I got to college and I started working as a volunteer. I eventually ran the organization. It's an organization called The Bridge at Stanford. It's a crisis hotline. Anybody can call in with any problem. We have suicide calls, sexual assault calls. But I'm a young kid, and I didn't know these issues. I started getting these calls from people who are struggling with coming out. And I started hearing these stories of pain and anguish.
What is this Negro talking about? Do y'all see this Jedi mind trick? It wasn't even a good Jedi mind trick. We're talking about blackface. This fool started talking about homophobia. What that got to do with this? He didn't even transition it right. This fool started talking about some damn homophobia. What the hell does that got to do with blackface and black people being under the threat of terror in this damn state? Yeah, man, let's look at it from white people's perspective. You know, as a matter of fact, you know, when I was in college, homophobia was, what are you talking about, dude? Yeah, is he coming? Is he delivered? What is this dude talking about? Let me play the rest, man. Well, Cory Booker is a piece of work. I mean, he's just the butter biscuit crumbs all over the place.
Of hurt and fear. And I still remember a guy, I didn't remember his name was Daniel, and he was a gay and lesbian counselor there, and he sat down with me one night and just gave me a safe space to ask him questions. What grace he extended to me to ask stupid questions of a guy that was not woke about LGBTQ issues. But because of that honest conversation, I saw my ignorances and I grew. Thank God he gave me a pathway to redemption. We got to tell the truth. But we, all of us, black, white, gay, straight, we've got to start extending grace to each other so we can have honest conversations and leave room for growth.
Oh my God, this is about the jivingest ass dude ever, man. Damn. Ah, man. Boy, this dude is jive ass. Oh, wow, man. Corey, you ain't even trying to get the black vote. And right now, they're like, the hell with it. We going for the white supremacist vote. These Negroes ain't gonna come around. We're gonna have to go. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna start competing with the Trump administration to get that white supremacist vote. That's their only recourse. Now they're gonna have to start just throwing us all the way under the bus. That's their only course of action now. And speaking of the governor, I mean, when you get these Negroes out here who won't say anything bad or anything critical of white supremacy, I mean, that just shows you where they are. And the governor, Ralph Northam, he was on Face the Nation with Oprah's homegirl, Gail. And I know Gail probably don't like people calling her Oprah's homegirl, but shit, she is. And he was on there with Gail. And this is the interview he did. And he tried to be slick too. He tried to say something slick about indentured servants. So listen to this. Listen to this. Hold on. Let me get it together. All right. Hold on. Try to get my screen right. Y'all bear with me. Trying to play it so y'all can see me at the same time. All right. All right. Let me play this. All right.
For you in the state of Virginia. So where would you like to begin?
Well, it has been a difficult week. And you know, if you look at Virginia's history, we're now at the 400-year anniversary. Just 90 miles from here, in 1619, the first indentured servants from Africa landed on our shores in Old Point Comfort, what we call now Fort Monroe. And while
also known as slavery.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Okay, you see he tried to be slick too? You see all these people are trying to get real slick lately? He thought he was slick. And luckily, Gail lightweight checked him on it a little bit. This fool said indentured servants from Africa. Really? The first indentured... Boy, you... Really? And Corey, you giving this a pass? This coon man just said that we were indentured servants from Africa. Man, if you don't stop, come on, coon man. She should have really checked him on that hard. My goodness. Boy, he tried to be slick with that. Now, this man knows good and well we weren't no damn indentured servants. Well, these white supremacists are real slick, man. They'll try to change the narrative right in they'll look you in your damn eye and lie through their damn teeth. Coon man done lost his damn mind. I'm telling you, the white supremacists, they're desperate, man. They are desperate, dude. And then some white supremacists tried to get all up under the comments. Well, technically, the first Africans who arrived were indentured servants. No, the hell they were not. Those black people, those 20-something odd Negroes that came to Jamestown in 1619, they were captured from a Portuguese slave ship that was on its way to Mexico. They got them brothers from the Congo they were enslaved. They were on a Portuguese slave ship and they were going to Mexico. The English intercepted and robbed the ship, basically. It was piracy. And they stole some of the enslaved Africans and brought them to Virginia. The other ones, they took them, I think, to Barbados somewhere. So these were enslaved people. They weren't no damn servants. These were people who were enslaved. They were from a goddamn slave ship. So let's just be very clear. All right? Don't let them run these lies. You think? The white supremacists are very good at just hoping that you don't know history, and then they'll slip some lies in there. You ain't slick, Coon Man. Man. Yeah, the Africans weren't given indentured servants contracts, and they start. The slavery was off the books. You know, it was still slavery. They weren't paying them. They weren't giving them any contracts or anything like that. Now, the European prisoners who came over, they gave them contracts. They would have to work for 7 years or 10 years. And it was a white slave owner in Virginia named Hugh Gwynn who he had some indentured servants who ran away, some white ones and a black one. They all ran away. And when they caught them, the white ones, I think they got a couple of more years tacked on to their indentured servitude. But the black one, whose name was John Punch, they said he's going to be in servitude for life. So they try to say that's the first time that legal slavery happened in America. They'll try to lie and say that the first slave owner was Anthony Johnson. That's a damn lie. It was Hugh Gwynn. It was a white man in Virginia, and the slave was named John Punch. Look up everything I just said, look that up. You in? Look everything I said up. Very well documented. So Coon Man thought he was slick. He thought he was slick. This is why we got to know our stuff. This is why history is important. Because when we try to get tangibles based on history, they'll try to pull the Jedi mind trick. This is why it's very important to know who we are, where we came from, what we did, our accomplishments, our achievements, what real history is, so they don't run that game on us. That's why history is important, man. History is very important. You dig? Yeah, they always lie about what they did to us. They're always lying about what they did to us. Yeah? But, you know, we got to stop letting them run their little jive games on us. Thankfully, a lot of us are on code. We're on code heavy. Now, the people who are not on code, y'all going to start learning stuff the hard way. A lot of people who are not on code, y'all going to have to start learning stuff the hard way. We don't have the luxury to be out here playing games. You did? There was... And before I get into the Pan-African thing, I'm going to get into that in a second. There was a sister, black girl, 28-year-old sister, Amber Evans. Now, she's missing. Now, she's an activist. She gets down with these little intersectionality groups like March for Our Lives. You know, that's that nonprofit for the kids who got shot down at the school down there in Florida. So, you know, they always get black folks to be the face of some of these websites. They always use us as the mascots, and I really wish we stopped doing that. Please, black people, stop being the damn mascot. So they got this girl, Amber Evans. She's been missing for a few days. She's been, and not a few days, she's been missing for almost a week. And this is her. Now, authorities said she got into an argument with her boyfriend. Now, she got a zaddy, and most media outlets are not naming who he is. His name is Mark Kondo. So she got in an argument with this guy, according to the police. Then suddenly she disappeared, and they ain't seen this girl in 2 weeks. And that's her and zaddy right there. All right, I hope the sister's all right, but damn. I hope she's all right. But, yeah, ain't nobody really investigating Zaddy. And we ain't heard nothing from that whole Me Too crowd or nothing. How many people we got? We got a lot of folks in here. Hold on. We 6,000 deep in here. Shout out to everybody. Everybody subscribe to the channel now. But, yeah, that's unfortunate, man. I hate that. And they don't look like they're even investigating him. That would be the first person you investigate. The media, they haven't even named him. I'm the first person who really named who the boyfriend was. The media, they saying, well, she had an argument with her boyfriend. But they ain't naming who he is. They ain't showing you who he is either. They're keeping that on the low. And Me Too damn sure ain't saying nothing. Where you at, Me Too? Y'all go after everybody black. But, I remember Tiana Burke said, why is it her job to go after white men? Sisters, yeah, I hope for the best, man. This sister being missing for 2 weeks ain't a good look, though. Yeah, you dig? Am I coming to All-Star? No. I ain't got no time for no damn All-Star weekend. I'm good on that. Man. But talk about Pan-Africanism. I was kind of debating this brother on Twitter, and I blocked him because he kept getting debunked by everybody. I forgot what's his name. I forgot what his name. He says that he's a professor at probably some community college or something. I don't know. But a lot of people. He was one of these people who's criticizing the ADOS movement, talking about, man, we need to be Pan-Africanist. Man, we don't need to be on no ADOS, man. We need to be Pan-Africanist. And this is a dude, he probably makes a little money by, teaching an African history course at a community college. And, that's where he gets his money, talking Pan-Africanism. And the thing is, what is because every time we would try to pin him down on a point or a question, he just kept changing the subject. So he's one of these people who wants to just argue in circles into infinity and doesn't really have any thorough information to bring to the ghetto intellectual. That's his name. Yeah, he's one of these time-wasting trolls. Just wants to talk over and over again and use a bunch of cliché-isms. He gets into a lot of cliché-isms. And we don't have time for cliché-isms no more. We don't have time to get into cliché-isms. And a lot of these old Negroes, they love that cliché-ism bullshit because you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to bring any tangibles. You don't have to really make any connections. Just attention seeking. A lot of these old niggas, don't nobody really pay attention to them. So they try to use their trolling and act like it's intellectual conversation. It's really, look, somebody come look at me. My grandkids, they ain't fucking with me. Nobody looks at me. Nobody pays attention to me. So somebody acknowledge me. A lot of these old niggas are like that. Some of these old Negroes from the 60s and 70s, a lot of them are like that. They want somebody to just acknowledge them. So they talk idiotic nonsense in circles, and it makes no sense because they ain't gonna do nothing. And his whole thing was, man, we shouldn't be on ADOS. The answer is Pan-Africanism because America, this is a hellhole for the black man. We need to connect with our African brothers. America ain't for us. It ain't never been for us. Okay. Where in Africa, which African country has reached out to us, and I ain't talking about the Ghana right to abode law because there's so much red tape with that. Which African country has opened up their doors and said, come on through, we got dual citizenship, we got land. Name an African country who has done that. Well, what we need to do is unity. Then he started getting into cliché-isms. See, the thing is, sloganisms is dead. We ain't playing that slogan game no more. We ain't playing slogan games. The right to abode, there's a lot of red tape in that with the right to abode. They don't really give you dual citizenship. Yeah? They don't give you dual citizenship. They let you live there, but it's a lot of stuff connected to it. So, kind of said that the visas were going to be free, for us this year and still not? Yeah. Yeah, they say a lot of stuff, but then when you go look it up and try to go get it, you don't see it. Look, I done tried. I've been over there like, shit, what's up, man? I would love to get dual citizenship. I've been asking them. I've been over there asking. Yeah? I'm telling you what I know. Yeah, you're not a citizen with the right to abode. And dude, it's a lot of red tape. They'll do a big ceremony and be like, "Our brothers, come home. Come home, my brothers. You come home to Africa." And then you go over there, you're like, okay, where's that paperwork? The printer is broken. The printer broke, what's up? Yo, we definitely want to keep our American citizenship, but yeah, just dual citizenship. Just like our Jewish people around the world can go to Israel. They're still citizens of their country, but they can go to Israel. You know? Where's he a professor of, the dude? So yeah, my thing is, these African countries, they're going to have to reach out. This Pan-African thing has been one-sided. The Pan-African thing has been hella one-sided. That's the thing, man. We're the ones thumping the Pan-African drum. And Pan-African basically means Black Americans are supposed to fight for everybody else to come over here, and that's Pan-Africanism. We got to be real. Right now, that's what Pan-Africanism is. Us fighting for everybody else to come over here and get some of the resources that we've helped accumulate for them. And then they turn around and say, okay, thank you, Wakata, and I'm about to go work with these white people. That's what Pan-Africanism is now. Let's be real. Let's stop playing games about that. Let's stop playing games about that, man. Pan-Africanism is one-sided as hell. These African nations should be hollering at us and saying, hey, look, Black folks, we'll allot this land for you. You come over here, we'll give you dual citizenship. Don't worry about all the red tape. We got you. It'll be a Black version of Israel almost. Ain't nobody doing that. They got the African Union over there. They haven't said, hey, Black people over here, y'all can be a part of the African Union. You did? I remember when, and I think we talked about this in the movie 1804, when Haiti was supposed to be a part of the African Union, and at the last minute, they put the axe on it. They didn't let them become a part of the African Union. Haiti was supposed to be a part of that. Yeah, the AU. Am I right? Where are my Haitians? I want to make sure I'm right about that, because last time I checked, they didn't know Haiti was supposed to be a part of the AU, and they derailed the hell out of that. They wouldn't, yeah, okay, I'm correct on that. Okay, so it's still valid. Okay. Yeah, they wouldn't let Haiti in. They were like, oh, we don't want them Haitians. So them niggas, they fights. So we don't want that still. We don't want them coming over there, putting that spirit in there. But yeah, they denied Haiti. Yeah? So man, dude, Africa, brothers over there, the Pan-African thing has to be reciprocal. Dude, y'all didn't invite none of us. You denied Haiti. Come on, man. It can't be one-sided. It cannot be one-sided. Y'all gonna have to open them doors. Because what y'all do, we talking about Pan-Africanism, we thumping that drum, and then y'all send y'all coons over here, and we all types of Akatas. That's why some of you can hold your own damn nuts. Some of you can hold your own damn nuts. You dig? Because we're going to have to clean up a lot of stuff when it comes to this empowerment thing. See, now everybody's trying to cop please now that ADOS, we're on our own thing now. We're like, okay, everybody hold their own nuts. We're going to look out for us right now. Look how everybody is getting nervous. Everybody is getting nervous now. Everybody's getting nervous. Somebody said Akada is only in Nigeria. That's a damn lie. I've seen Ghanaians, Senegalese. I've seen a lot of West Africans use that all up and down the coast. They get over here and be using that. Just don't just put that on Nigeria. Don't just put that on Nigeria. You dig? We're going to have to start being political assholes. Ain't nothing wrong with being politically selfish. We got this thing that we're going to lose friends. We don't need friends no more. Because ain't nobody been our friend. We've been friendly enough. We don't need friends no more. Like Professor Black Truth said, we got family. We need to start acting like family. We family over here. We got to start acting like it. And even we have, little family differences. We still family. And what's good about this whole movement we got going on now is everybody's on code. Everybody's on code now. You dig? Now everybody's copping pleas because, see, they understand when Black Americans, when foundational Black folks, when we get on code, we can make shit happen. When we get on code, stuff started coming together. You dig? When we get on code, we really don't lose. Do you understand what I'm saying? When Black Americans, when we get on code, we don't lose. That's why they always got to break us up and split us up and move us around. When we get on code, we don't lose. You dig? Remember in the 60s, like John Henry Clark said, when Black folks was getting down in the 60s, the white supremacists, they were ready to make concessions. We had an opportunity. What happened? We let the coons start negotiating, though. That was the problem. We let coons come in and start negotiating at the table for us. But in the 60s, Black folks, man, we were shutting the shit down. We were shutting it down in the 1960s. They were like, okay, what do y'all want? And then we sent the coons, the Boulay and all these cats to the table, and they up here, well, we want some integration. We want the seats at the table. We want integration. They're like, that's all you want? Okay, there you go, integration. You dig? Because the thing is, the people like Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm and all these people, we're talking about getting tangibles. We were talking about, we already separate, let's get some resources. So our problem is we put coons and let coons get to the table. But understand this, we had some Black folks who were writers in the 60s that they rarely talk about. The only people they talk about, they talk about Dr. King, and Dr. King was a writer, but they only talk about the non-violent, we shall overcome, the spiritual side of Dr. King. They don't talk about when Dr. King was like, hey, we need some reparations. They never talk about that. What they do, they bring out John Lewis, I feel blood in Selma. They talk about that and all that. They don't tell you about, how brothers was getting down in the 60s. They don't tell you about the Sam Cooks. Did y'all see the documentary on Sam Cooke? There's a great documentary on Sam Cooke on Netflix. There's a great documentary about Sam Cooke. And I've talked about Sam Cooke for years, and I told people about how thorough Sam Cooke was. Boy, this documentary, it was stuff I didn't know. He was more thorough than I even imagined. Sam Cooke was more thorough than I even imagined. He was more, man, I always knew that they were on him because this brother was trying to have an independent label, independent publishing company. I already knew that that's been folklore for a long time, but I didn't know how deep this brother was with it. Y'all got to watch this documentary. Sam Cooke, man, brilliant brother. Not only was he a thorough singer, just one of the greatest vocalists, soul singers, he crossed over, but he still was down. And he didn't, he challenged people sending him to sing at Jim Crow venues. Like, why am I singing and I got to go through the back and Black folk? No, I don't want to do all that. I'll cancel the gig if I have to do that. Sam Cooke was one of the first people who made the Afro popular. They talked about that in the documentary. He made the Afro pop, because during the 60s, remember, people were wearing the processors and the conks. He was like, no, let's do our natural hair. Sam Cooke made that possible. He made that popular. He was the one. Sam was like, look, man, let's get our own label. Let me get my own publishing company. And he had the clout and the money and the respect to do it. And in the documentary, I think, what's the documentary called? Forgot the document. But when he started getting his own publishing company, the mafia came to him and they were threatening him. The mafia was threatening him and like, hey man, this whole independent bullshit, you got to cut that out. Sammy Davis Jr. called him and said, hey man, the mafia, because Sammy Davis Jr. was all clicked in with Frank Sinatra, and Frank was all mobbed up. And people were warning Sam, like, hey man, these mafia guys, these are some serious dudes. These are some serious cats. And Sam was just doing his thing. They kept trying to finesse him out of money. He was with one label with RCA, then he signed some deal with this white dude where they were supposed to be partners, and the white dude was trying to finesse him. So they were on this dude, man. And the FBI was on him because he was all clicked in. Sam Cooke was clicked in with Jim Brown and Malcolm X and Ali. So Sam was thorough, man. And the death, it was a very mysterious death down at the hotel in Watts. They talked about that. And they mentioned that the woman, the sister who shot him, might have had some kind of connections to the mob. It's heavy. Go watch that documentary, man. The Killing of Sam Cooke. This is why, family, when we get people like that, when he wouldn't do the Chitlin circuit. Yes, Sam was a writer. I mean, Sam, he didn't have to do the Chitlin circuit. I mean, he crossed over, but he was still down for his people. Yeah, that dude had that janky contract, and Sam just happened to be, he was sick for a couple of days, and he had a chance to look over the contract. He was like, wait a minute. Whoa, what is this? This contract is some bullshit. And Sam, he was about to go, I think he was going to fly to New York and fire the dude, because the dude put some real shady stuff in the contract, and he didn't even get to make it to go fire the dude. So he mysteriously died at this hotel down in Watts. And they never really truly investigated the murder. All the people around Sam Cooke said the way they said it played out was garbage. You dig? But people like that, man, when we have writers in our community, this is why we got to protect people like that. Yeah, they were on him. Yeah, they were on him, man. A black person, they didn't want that spirit to get out of a black man controlling. When we talk about the music industry, you notice anytime black folks start talking about controlling their publishing and they are big stars like that, notice something happens to him. No, he wasn't killed in Chicago. He was killed down in Watts. But notice when black folks start talking about owning, publishing, and all that, and you already making millions of dollars, and you talking about owning your own publishing, all of a sudden, Conrad Murray pops up. All of a sudden, your plane falls out the sky. Like Otis Redding. All of a sudden, you end up dead at a hotel. All of a sudden, you're riding your bike around Minnesota, and then you die mysteriously. All of a sudden, you get crazy rape charges thrown at you every week, like Chris Brown. Yeah? You dig? Yeah, all your money is tied up, and then they make a killing off your catalog. You dig? He said, "You do the award success of Grammy." Okay, I didn't read what you said, but yeah, that's a very good documentary, though. Did Nipsey win a Grammy? Nipsey Hussle? I hope he did. Did Nipsey? But we are deep in here, man. Shout out to everybody in here. We're in here heavy. Yeah, Prince's death is very mysterious too. I would like to see a documentary on that. Yeah. But yeah, Little Richard and Michael Jackson. Little Richard, Michael Jackson gave Little Richard a publishing writing job. So, that is what it is. Oh, Cardi won over Nipsey Hussle? Okay. Well, yeah, it's been Cardi's year. It's Cardi's year. Everybody hit the like button right now. Everybody, I need y'all. It's 6,000 of y'all in here. I need y'all to hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up. And then hit that subscribe button. With all 6,000 of y'all in here. We're in here heavy. But we're still filming. We're done filming the principal parts of HC5, and we're still editing now. A lot of editing work to be done, but it's coming. It's coming along. Yeah, we're looking at a summer release. It's coming along. Yeah, Don Cornelius. Good point. Yeah, they said he committed suicide. Don, and I'm going to see that show about Don Cornelius on BET. But yeah, look at the 2 Killings of Sam Cooke. That's the name of the documentary. I heard there's a documentary about Teddy Pendergrass on Showtime. I want to watch that too. Yeah. But like I was saying, though, I'm talking about ADOS people, foundational Black Americans. This is a movement, and this is how we should have been thinking a long time ago. We've done everything we can for other groups. It's time for everybody to hold their own nuts like they've been making us hold ours. And the thing is, we've been not able to get things done on our end because we've been holding everybody else's nuts for them. As foundational Black Americans, we've been spending our physical resources fighting for everybody else, holding everybody else up, getting our heads bashed in for everybody else. We haven't had time to lift ourselves up. That day is over. We're lifting ourselves up as a group. Now everybody wants to start copping pleas. The minute we start talking about lifting ourselves up, I notice all these other minority groups. Somebody made a thread on Twitter the other day. I think this guy might have been East Indian or whatever, South Asian. He did a thread talking about how South Asians owe a debt of gratitude to Black Americans because we were the ones who fought and made it possible for them to come over. I get it. You should have acknowledged that a long time ago. Don't start copping pleas now. See, now people want to start acknowledging the things that we've done. Don't fall for the okie doke, though. I appreciate you, but you're still going to have to hold your own nuts, though. Because now they see that they can't use us to save them no more. You can't use us to say it's too late for that now. See, y'all are around election season, and all of a sudden you want to acknowledge all the great things that Black Americans have done. Well, you should have been doing that when they've been beating up sisters in the stores. You should have been doing that when Zimmerman is out here. He's still out here. Y'all should have been doing that when the Arab store owners are attacking Black folks. Y'all should have been doing that then. Now it's hold your own nuts time. You did? And a lot of these Black immigrants, you're going to have to hold your own nuts too. Because y'all been getting the pass. Y'all been slipping in the mix. Y'all been slipping under the radar. You'll blend in. And again, y'all start doing a lot of undermining. Not all of you. Not all of you. But too many. Y'all been doing a lot of undermining. And the thing is, a lot of y'all, you go to y'all Twitter, You got your Caribbean flags up. You got your West African flags up. You got your Somalian flags up. You got your Ethiopian flags up. Boy, y'all got those flags up heavy. Your Jamaican flags, your Ghanaian flag. You got your flags up heavy. Okay. Now, when we put that American flag up and say Foundational Black American ADOS, hey, brother, that is not unity. No. We ain't playing that game. Now you want to do the unity thing? No, brother, what about Pan-Africanism? Now you want to talk Pan-Africanism? No. You gang, we gang. We gang. And when we gang wins. You understand? I don't want to hear about nobody getting offended. I don't want to hear about nobody getting offended. The minute we, Black Americans, ADOS, we start talking about tangibles for ADOS, Foundational Black Americans, all of a sudden, emoja candle is emoja. Now you got the emoja candle. Now you got the Kwanzaa candle. You dig? No. Too late. Now it's all of a sudden, let's not be divisive now. Oh, we all got to be together. We can't be divided. The white man, no, brother, no. Because let me tell you, some of y'all, my African brothers, some of y'all be really nigga-splaining. Oh, y'all get to nigga-splaining. No, my brother, my main man, my main man. We're not divisive, brother. You my brother. You my brother. I your brother. We're not divisive. No, brother. The white man want this to be divided. We're not divided, brother. You my brother. We are divided. No. That's what the white man wants. Who's that white lady? Oh, that is my wife. But no, that I am just trying to get a green card. What it is this. No, brother, you with the white woman. What you doing? Hold on, brother. Slow down, bro. You're nigga-splaining, and you ain't living up to your splaining, brother. Come on, bruh. You dig? Don't start nigga-splaining now. Because we squadding up. Yeah. You get behind closed doors and we all types of akadas. We all types of akadas and uneducated niggas. Look at these niggas. Look at that. And let me tell you something. A lot of y'all, they don't like black women, Black American women. They really talk a gang of shit about Black American women. A lot of you. Let's be real. Let's stop playing games. They really talk a gang of shit about Black American women. Look at that Akana woman have sex with all those men babies. She has babies by different men. Look at that Akana woman. All those babies by different men. Oot rat. Look at that oot rat. They be saying all types of stuff about sisters. Let's be real. Yes, let's be real. Yeah. Which I don't like. I don't like that. Don't do that. Y'all talk about American sisters. You call it people. Look at that nigga. Look at her twerking her ass on the Instagram. And then your daughter, Umchuke, is out there getting the train ran on her by some British dudes. So let's chill with that. We know what Umchuke be doing behind closed doors. All right, so let's not play that game. Yeah? Let's not play that game. Umchuke, she get her a white Zaddy, and Zaddy be doing everything to her. Him and his buddies. All right, so don't go down that road. Jesse, And who's Jesse Woe? So you got to watch that. Yeah, you got to watch that. Man. But like I said, man, my brothers and sisters, if y'all want to talk Pan-Africanism, man, y'all got to open up those doors over there in Africa. We got to open up those doors and say, hey, look, y'all come on through. Y'all need to come on through and say, hey, look, we rocking with you. It has to be both sided. It has to be two-sided. It has to go both ways. But again, some of these African and Caribbean cats come over, like, well, look, Candace Owens, her people are from the Caribbean. They're from, and she's, you know, and they push Candace Owens out there to be the crash dummy for the white supremacist groups. She just made some real slick comments about Hitler, but that was really the white supremacist groups giving her a script. They knew that it would be controversial, so they made her say that. That's what they pay her for. And remember, Candace Owens, her people, they immigrated from the U.S. Virgin Islands. Candace Owens' people, they immigrated from the U.S. Virgin Islands. That's another point. You know, they get over here and they start clicking up with these white supremacist groups. And I pointed that out before, that Candace Owens, her people, and I got old pictures of Candace Owens where she would call herself Caribbean. And somebody was like, yeah, she's about to get married to some white dude, so she's about to get wiped up and with Zaddy. And somebody was saying to me, well, the U.S. Virgin Island, that's still the United States. If you don't sit your dumb ass down, fool, the U.S. Virgin Islands, when there was slavery there, it was occupied and owned by the Danish people of Denmark. The U.S. got the Virgin Islands around 1917, so it didn't become a U.S. territory until way after slavery was over. All right? So that's another thing. See, people like that, watch people from some of these quote-unquote U.S. territories, because a lot of them, when you look at reparations, they're not entitled to it. This is why they talk down on it. Like Candace Owens, she's one of those people who talk down on reparations because she ain't getting none. Yeah, you got the U.S. Virgin Island and the U.K. Virgin Islands. So because she's from the U.S. Virgin Islands, if she were to get, or her family or descendants were to get reparations from slavery, they would have to go to the Denmark government for that. Because during slavery, Denmark owned the island. I've been to the U.S. Virgin Island, and the shit feels like slavery is still there. As a matter of fact, the hotel I was in used to be a slave plantation. Did not like the energy there at all. I did not like the energy there whatsoever. Yeah. But we got to watch people. Watch these folks who's from these little places, whose families from these little Caribbean islands and all these little St. Croix and St. Lucia and all these little people. Yeah, watch these folks. Watch them. And watch how they try to undermine us when we start talking about getting reparations. Anytime I see people talking about we need to get over slavery, I start looking into the background of their family. You dig? Man. But now, y'all keep asking me. Some of y'all in here trolling. Y'all talking about Umar's school, and I really don't want to talk about it because what I'm talking about right now, y'all little dickheads are gonna take this clip and then make a video of it, which I don't like. I don't know, niggas gonna make a video. Tariq, it's gonna be 20 videos. Tariq talking about Umar Johnson's new school. Tariq is talking about Umar Johnson's school. What's up, Gold Melanin? You dig? Yeah, we're gonna block you if you keep talking about that. Now, I've seen, yeah, I would talk about it, but you know, I ain't gonna really talk about it because I don't want cats to to make a clip. Yeah, nobody cares, and it's whatever. So I know. It's not a building. It's not a school. It's a building. I know. That's why I don't. If I say anything about it, anything I say about it, these Negroes are gonna make go make a video. If I say anything about it, they're gonna go make a video. It's gonna be 20 videos. Some mush mouth nigga. Oh, hello, my name is Dante. Welcome to my channel. I like to talk about Tariq Nasheed, about Umar Johnson School. This is his clip. All right. Yeah. So I won't even say nothing about it. I don't want no Negro eating off me, trying to monetize a little bait clicking video. Yeah. I ain't gonna even give it no energy. Just because I just don't feel like cats making a bunch of videos about it. I just don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And then if I say something about it, some of the Negro websites like The Root might say, oh, no. And I watch what I say. Sometimes, I tweet stuff. Like I tweeted some stuff about the governor of Virginia. I tweeted something this morning and Yahoo News picked up on it. And that's the thing. Sometimes I tweet, well, not sometimes, every day. If I tweet something, later on that day, all the major news articles will pick up on it and print it. They do that every single day. So that's why I kind of watch what I tweet. But sometimes I tweet just random stuff about a situation and then they'll just print it in the international media. Like, okay, goddamn, I didn't know it was that serious. Yeah. Did I hear about Whoopi Goldberg giving Liam Neeson a pass? I haven't heard that, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. You dig? But anyway, man, let me get out of here. It's been real. I mean, we've been in here hella deep. You can get this t-shirt at hiddenscolorsfilms.com. But family, let me say this, man. ADOS people, Foundational Black American people, you keep on what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing. We stay on code. We are in a win-win situation right now. We got to stay on the tangibles code. It's tangibles 2020 or nothing. We do not let them come to the table with unquantifiable, intangible symbolisms. One thing we don't let them come to the table with, we're going to give you some free money for HBCU or free HBCU tuition or whatever. That don't count. Having school tuition and all that, but no place to apply it. Basically, we're doing the African village thing. If you go in Africa, people are always building schools in Africa. But building a school in Africa when there's nothing or no economic base where people can utilize the education is pointless. That's why the people stay poor in certain places. It's just a building in the middle of nowhere, but you have no place to apply the knowledge. So nobody ever elevates up. So we have to have an economic base. And that takes tangibles for that. Yeah? If you're not an ADOS, you still support. You dig? You could still support. Like, if you're an immigrant, we supported your ass. We didn't get none out of it. See, don't act dumb now. We ain't immigrants at all. Let me tell you something. Black folks, we've gotten nothing out of supporting immigrants. We just did it because we thought it was the right thing to do. We didn't get nothing out of fighting for immigrants to come over here and getting our heads bashed in. We didn't get shit out of that. We just didn't want to see other people being marginalized, so we thought, okay, we fight for you, it's going to be reciprocal. It just never been, we just waking up to the fact that, wait a minute, y'all motherfuckers ain't really helping us out. We just kind of woke up and said, hey, man, this thing ain't really popping. Wait. Bally, why did I lie and say she's Caribbean on Twitter? Because I posted her post where she said her family came from Haiti. So what are you talking about? Who said that? Hold on. Okay, yeah, y'all blocked them. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, she said it. She made a post talking about her family came over from Haiti. So that's not me talking, that's her talking. Yeah. So anyway, family, that's been it. Like I said, we got to stay on the right track. Go to tangibles2020.com. Don't forget, support First Them at firstthem.com. You get the Hotep shirts and all the other gear at tariqelite.com. All of this stuff is right below you in the profile. If you want to keep the black media going, everybody, y'all need to become a part of my Patreon. And I got some surprises coming up on Patreon. What I'm going to do, if you follow me on Patreon, I'm going to put up some deleted scenes specifically for you guys from some of the old Hidden Colors. Particularly some scenes like Paul Mooney, exclusive stuff that's nobody's ever seen. Stuff that I couldn't put in. Just a couple of little scenes for the family. But you got to be a part of my Patreon. Y'all got to follow me on Patreon. So the Patreon link is right there. You dig? Nigga saying, ain't Crispy ain't from no damn Jamaica. This nigga said it's Crispy from Jamaica. He ate some Jamaican food. That Crispy Coon ain't from no damn Jamaica. Anyway, man. Y'all follow me. Go to Patreon right there below. I'm going to holler. Y'all be good. Follow me on Twitter at Tariq Nasheed. Follow me on Instagram at Tariq Elite. I'm going to holler. Y'all.